I think I'm coming down with a cold, so I'm like stuffy.
Can you hear that?
Sounds like an AC.
No, I played a clapping noise.
Oh no.
Damn, I wonder if it played in the recording. I wanted to congratulate you for finishing your dookie. Wait, let me try this again. Okay, so
There it
that's how
is.
that's how you do it. Ready? Should we roll the intro tune? All right, fuck that. If you're listening to this, you can use our Riverside affiliate link in the description to record your own podcast. It's actually a really dope software.
So Riverside is a really great software that you can use with your friends to record remote podcasts.
It's actually really dope. And we made, let's do a quick revenue check. We made about $8 from our last episode. So go ahead and smash that affiliate link in the description and sign up for Riverside. I don't know. Fuck it. And don't forget to
Is that
hydrate.
is that vodka?
No, it's water. I actually never, I didn't shower yet. I just fresh sweaty off this run.
It's all good. I haven't showered in like a month.
Word. Can they smell
Yeah.
us through this?
Probably not. That's one of the good things about Riverside. So if you hit our affiliate link in the description with Riverside and you sign up, your friends can't smell you.
All right. Well, how's it going with? How do you feel after having posted that second channel esque video on the main channel?
It was the flop of the century. um, Felt good to post it, but like I still like feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing
So
because
my
and I haven't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
my mindset has progressed, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
Well, so I haven't posted. Okay, so I was posting daily on the second channel. I posted that one video on the main channel, and then I posted one more on the second channel asking people what they thought about where to post my videos, and I haven't posted since. So this definitely disrupted my daily flow that I had and was feeling really good about.
Right.
But it felt good to put that there and then just leave it there, but it also felt hard to deal with because it was like such a flop.
Right. Wow, you have really good comments on your on that second channel video.
Yeah, the one of me asking like what I should do.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're nice. The ones on the main channel video are actually really good comments also. It's just obviously appeals to like a different or
Right.
smaller audience.
Yeah, so my video that I posted, we for the listener context, Danny and I both practiced some creative freedom and posted a video that's not really typical of our main channel style. So Danny posted like a talking video about anxiety, and I posted a video practicing vlogging in public. And mine was a 10 out of 10, and I lost 20 subscribers. But I actually don't feel bad at all.
I actually lost about 20 subscribers also, 2022 or something.
Not bad. Not bad.
And mine actually like it did this thing where it created a new number on the 10 of 10 scale. It hit that 11 of 10.
That's funny, man. But so, all right, here's where I'm at now. It's like, so I downsized my team officially. So
Oh, you did it?
I did it. So I let one person go, and
How's that feel?
it feels really good. Like it was very, very friendly, and he was understanding. Um, and now I have a lot more money in my pocket every month. So actually doing that made me feel a lot better. My editors are on pause. I'm doing it myself right now, so the having less financial pressure is actually making me feel way more okay about taking those kinds of risks.
Yeah.
And I think I'm so deep in my burnout of caring about the numbers and the algorithm that like I don't think I care about flops anymore. Like
Yeah,
I really don't think I care. Like I want to make whatever I want and not worry about where I post it. And I think it also helps that I fully accepted that I'll get a job if I have to.
I see. I see you posted a reel yesterday.
Yeah. I posted one today that flopped, but I don't give a shit.
Not a reel, my bad, a shorts.
Yes, I did.
Why?
It's the same thing because I don't give a fuck.
So yeah, why
So,
did you post a short? I thought we weren't doing shorts anymore.
so that's the thing. It's like after all these conversations we're having, I've fully started to understand that like everything is changing on social media. Views are no longer predictable, especially for me and
Yeah.
you with this thing we're going through. And it's too draining to stop myself from posting things anymore. Like I just want to post whatever. I actually really want to do some like shit posts on YouTube Shorts, just like
Like random shit.
yeah, like kind of like the way I use TikTok, like use a
Huh.
trendy sound and just make something fun. Like yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah, Kyle had a good idea. Um, well, I don't know if it's a good idea, but he had an idea, and it
Hmm.
could potentially be a good idea, but I'm not sure how to go about it. He said that so right after you and I think I called you recently, like a couple days ago
Yeah.
or a few days ago, and we talked. Uh, when I don't remember why, but we talked, and then Kyle called me like right after that,
Hmm.
and then oh, that was the day I uploaded the video asking on my second channel like what I should do, what people think. Kyle left a comment saying I'm going to call you, so he called me, and then he basically said the same shit that you said in terms of for the second channel you can keep uploading like those like just talking videos, like just sitting down and talking, and then for the main channel you can do the same kind of shit, but like a little bit more like edited, like a little bit more like, you know, like just a little more aesthetic-y,
Right.
maybe with like the music, with like cutting in like little clips, like how for that one I put in like three skateboarding clips, and when I uploaded on the second channel before that, I hadn't added any ski clips to it. Kind of
Right.
just like make it more like vloggy and aesthetic. And then he also said that on the main channel I could do like a short, like a YouTube Shorts, just like with the phone, like, and then do it like a mental health talking video how I'm doing for the second channel, and then just post it as a shorts on my main channel.
That's a cool idea.
But I just don't know how I would do it.
Do the
Like,
short.
yeah,
I think you just gotta try.
because it just feels weird, like to talk to my phone like that. Not like because of like the subject matter, but I just mean like when I think of short form videos, I feel like they're so fast and they're so like engaging, and that doesn't seem engaging to me.
So here's what I'm the perspective I'm starting to fall into is that me and you and many others out there are prioritizing strategy way, way, way too much.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it's literally draining our creative souls.
That is true, but also there's something about us, like we want to create, yes, but we also want to create in like a way that one feels good and in a way that works. And I think that's also just in our personalities, is not only to create, but create something that people want to watch as well. And I
Yeah.
don't know what part of our personality that is, but it's there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just like a conditioning to like if that's learned behavior from how social media is, or if that's something like deep in us. Like if we were creating art that wasn't for the internet, I still think that we would want it to be in a way that it's received well.
Yes. Yes, and yeah, of course we want to make content that people watch in great numbers and enjoy watching, and we want the good comments, and there's probably something innate there, and there's probably something about social validation, but whatever it is, I think for me, like, the social media landscape is changing so much that I don't know what people want anymore, and trying to figure it out is just it's too much for me right now. And like,
Yeah.
I need to like nurture myself for a while, and that's why I've accepted that like one day I might need to get a job to like, and honestly I'm at a point where like the idea of a stable income would make creating so much easier and more fun because I can just focus on what I want. And I really do have this theory that if I just let it go and stop focusing so much on numbers and income, that I will make content that resonates more. So like
Yeah.
it's still linked to the content doing well, but I'm just trying to cut myself a break, you know?
Yeah. No, I hear you. That makes sense. I just noticed that your video is lagging a little bit with the audio. I wonder if it's going to come out that way.
I think that Riverside, I think like it's kind of like recording my input and then recording your input, so it should be able to handle the audio variations.
Okay, cool. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know, but it feels weird. Like ever since I posted this video, it's like my desire to create has like shifted and like kind of not caring that much right now. Like I still want to make videos, but like I think it's just because I'm going based off like how that video performed and like I saw that it did so shitty and it's kind of discouraging me. But also I'm not thinking of that. I'm not thinking about that. I think it's just like more subconscious.
Right.
But I know I just have to make stuff, but
Yeah.
it's like fucking with me.
Yeah, I mean, I I've mentioned this a lot, but I'm reading The Artist's Way, and
Yeah.
I'm really falling back to that the philosophy presented in the book, which is that you just need to let you have this inner artist, and you just need to let it kind of be free and have fun and
Hmm.
create what it wants. Um, and I don't think I've allowed myself to do that in a long time. And like reading this book is like giving me all these revelations, and it's allowed me to create videos that are like riskier, but that I have more fun with. And it's also kind of unlocked this like passion for film photography. And yeah, I'm in a phase right now where like I just want to move on from the panic about the numbers, you know. And I don't know, in the back of my mind, like I think it's going to actually make the numbers do better, but if it doesn't, then so be it.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I don't know. You want me? Yeah, I've got a quote if you're interested.
Sure.
All right, this is straight from The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I will leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description. All right, here it is. Creativity is not a business, although it may generate much business. An artist cannot replicate a prior success indefinitely. Those who attempt to work too long with formula eventually leach themselves of their creative truths. Embedded as we often are in the business of our art, it is tempting to guarantee what we cannot deliver, good work that duplicates the good work that has gone before. As artists, we are asked to repeat ourselves and expand on the market we have built. Sometimes this is possible, other times it's not. So that really resonated with me because I think I've been forcing myself to repeat the skate format
Yeah.
for the sake of business, which it's like when it's working, it's easy to repeat that and like tell yourself that that's what you like to do because you get all those numbers and validation. But like when it's not working and I'm still trying to force it to work, it's just like it's just negative on both ends, on the creative side and the
Yeah.
financial side. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like Yeah, no, I mean that makes total sense. It's just it's just like it's so hard to like this detachment that needs to happen or that is kind of beginning to happen. It's like it's a difficult one to navigate because especially if like you make money from it, you know, like uh because I mean it's so and I feel like I mean this more so in terms like for you is like not people don't usually love their job, you know what I mean? And they have to do shit that they don't really like doing in order to make or to work well and to make money. So like why is this different? Is it because like we're creators or is it because I don't know. There's like a weird
Well,
thing there.
I remember that in an earlier phase of this discussion that we were having, maybe like a few months ago, you were feeling unmotivated to make the skate videos, and I was telling you, like, dude, not like people have to show up to work that they don't like every day.
Yeah, I
So
remember
like
this.
we should go to the skate park and make our skate videos cuz that's what we got to do. And
Yeah,
some days we're not going to like it, but some days we will. Um
that's true. Yeah.
which like I think that's a valid perspective too, but then like when the skate videos aren't working either,
Yeah.
it kind of falls apart.
Yeah, and I still can't even fully understand in my brain like why I don't want to make skate videos. Like I know that I love skateboarding and that's not going to change. Like I've always loved skating. I'm going to continue to love skating. I'm going to continue to do it. Uh, but there's just something about I don't know if it's maybe that I am like I'm identifying less and less with skateboarding as like an identity and wanting to do so many other things that are more me or if it's just the fact that skating content is kind of boring to make.
Yeah.
um I think another thing for me is like it's like I want to make content that is like meaningful,
Right.
you know, and if it's a skate video like there's no way I'm going to go to the skate park with friends and film a skate montage. Like that is not going to do anything for me. It might be fun, but like I don't even want to. Like I don't like skating like that at a skate park to like try to do super well and like film it and get angles and stuff like that. And then if I'm gonna make a skate related video as like a vlog, there has to be something deeper than like a shoe review or something deeper than like why you should get these trucks and not these trucks. Or like talking about board size for the third time. I mean, I already had an idea to. I'll do another board size video because the last two I've uploaded have been some of the highest performing videos on my channel. But it's like that doesn't do anything for me, like deep down. And it's like even if it's like a mental health video that gets like 200 views, it's like it feels so much more worthwhile to do that than to make a video that'll get thousands of views.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, from the lens of the artist's way, my response to you would be that like your natural like your inner desire to create is not aligning with skateboarding right now,
Yeah,
and that should be listened to, you know. And
yeah,
it's like, were the skate content to continue to be blowing up on YouTube, like then maybe you keep doing that and then you follow one for you, one for them. But like,
hmm,
why force a creative output that's not true to yourself if you're not even getting the benefit of financial
yeah.
gain? Um,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, dude, my desire to make skate videos on YouTube stopped even like way before, or at least like a few months before I even left New York. It started about the time winter of 2021, I think. Do you remember that winter? It was just brutally cold. and it snowed a lot, and we were like, dude, our channels aren't doing well. We think our channels are dying. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I uploaded a video titled "Skateboarding versus Anxiety: Top 5 Tips."
Mm.
And then the next video is a Netflix skateboarding show cringe reaction. The next one was the time that you and I sat down to eat Burger King and talk about mental health. And then ever since then, and that's a year ago. Ever since then, like my desire for these skate videos has not been, it just hasn't been there. And even
Right.
when I would make a skate video, like a skate topic video, it was mostly me in my room in New York talking about something, with like maybe a little session in it. And then when I moved to California, obviously, I mean, there's external issues, like my mental health that got, a little messed up when I got there. But even then, there, I was like, I don't really want to make skate videos because it's just not the like fun.
Right.
The only video that has felt meaningful to me out of anything that I've made, like prior to my last video, was probably the shred quarters video.
Right. Yeah. It actually relates to what you said about how like you have no desire to film a skate montage at the skate
Yeah,
park. I think we're similar because I also want to create content that feels like important to me, and skateboarding is a part of that when it's an accurate reflection of why skating is important to me. And
yeah,
it's not just that skate park session, it's the integration of skating into my life. That's why I loved my Shred Quarters video as well, the process of creating that, because it was a trip involving fulfilling experience, travel experience with fulfilling friendships and just progressing in life. And skating was a
yeah.
part of that. And um, that's also why I'm really enjoying editing this North Carolina vlog. It was a similar
Oh yeah.
story. Like the skate session was this little part of my life that was very important, but I get to tell the whole story that I want to.
Yeah.
And you're really making me think about how like my creativity has been so tied with like the business and channel growth that like I don't even know. I can't even tell. It's so messy. Like I don't even know if I want to make skate videos. Like I really can't even tell. It's like
Yeah,
so
dude.
it's so weird.
I feel you. I mean, dude, I mean, you've been doing this for a long time, but if I like when I look back to that year and a half, almost 2 years of you and I busting out content when I was in New York, like for one, that was insane. And like that was intense, dude. I don't know how. I mean, it was great. I wouldn't change it for the world. Like that was an incredible time, and it was so fun because it was working in my heart because that was like my journey, and it was our journey that we were also doing together. And we were changing and we were growing, and I mean, your personal development within in those 2 years is like insane. Like you changed so much, like in a good way.
Right.
Not that you were like a bad person or anything. That sounds like you were like some bad person, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, no,
we
I
grew a
know.
lot, like in many ways within those couple years. But um, I don't know exactly where I was going with that. But the point is just that like we did it, and like I said, you've been doing it much longer. And but I feel like we've like just
Yeah.
like we just completely like we're dry, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is to do. And yeah, if we want to, we could do like how we've had many of these meetings before, and we try to like brainstorm and shit. And I tell you like, oh, I have these ideas, and I read them to you, and you're like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. But it's like how much more do I want to like wring this out? It's like it's I don't know how many. I mean, like a board setup video is maybe the only type of video I would continue to do because I can still talk about shit. But even that, it's like how many fucking board setups can I do like in my life? Uh, you know, that's maybe a poor example because that one still has like a good personal aspect to it.
Right.
But like I think I said this in the last podcast we did, or at least us talking on the phone. It's just like how many times can I go to either the same or a different skate park and do the exact same tricks and then change out the topic?
Right.
like in a video. Like it's overdone. It's overplayed.
Yeah, it's kind of like that quote I read. It's a formula that was
Yeah.
successful, and like you said, at the time when we were pumping out videos, it was not only successful but also aligned with what we were excited to create.
Yeah, and like it's like I feel like there's so many people out there, and I don't know this for sure, but if you look at channels that have been relatively popular for at least 10 years, like I don't know how there's somebody that could be happy doing the exact same thing for that long. I mean, and like change is inevitable, and we as human beings, especially over 10 years, are going to change at least once or like at least a couple times, you know? I couldn't see myself making skate videos like 5 years down the line.
Right.
And to be quite honest, I don't think I wanted to. Um, I want to see myself creating, down the line, but skate videos, it doesn't seem like it's what I want to be doing. Especially, I mean, we're not that old, but like, dude, my body is like so fucked that like it's not necessarily something that I want to do at that like at least not as intensely as we did for the last few years.
Yeah. No, I have many thoughts on that. I mean, for one, I think for some reason it's in our human nature to attach to our routines. So like since we've been creating skate videos so long, that's why it's been so hard for us to explore different things and listen to ourselves when something inside of us is telling us to create something else. That's why it's so hard, just because we're in a routine.
Yeah.
And it's scary to change, but you're right, it's gonna happen, and it's best to just flow with it.
Well, that's the thing is like if you don't flow with change and you don't accept change, then you get stuck.
Right.
And when you get stuck, you become miserable.
Yeah.
And it's like if we hadn't started to address these feelings that we were having about the second channel and about either merging or shifting focus to something else, then we would have continued to make these videos of like these skate videos, and we would continue to feel like shit about numbers, and
Yeah.
we would continue to like keep looking into something that is no longer serving us.
Yeah.
And it's like now that we're kind of shifting that and looking at all these other things, like it's like the possibilities become seemingly endless because it's like, oh, now I can do this. Now I can do this. Now I can make this kind of video. Now I can do this. And then, maybe at some point throughout any of that, maybe there's like a bridging that can happen because we still love skating, but like uh and I've said it so many times, and I just said it's like I don't want to identify as just a skateboarder,
Me too.
like I'm not that shallow. Like
Yeah. And
there's
I
more to me and my personality than that.
it's yeah, so this whole process I think comes down to essentially listening to the notes of change that are happening inside of us, and just aligning with that makes you feel more free and just better. And I guess it's about priorities. It's about prioritizing the natural flow of things and what we want to create instead of holding on to a routine that's comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there's so much advice nowadays to like niche down and focus on one or two things so you can get ahead in your career. Not even just content, especially in content, but in any field. Like there's so much pressure to specialize. I think largely in order to make money, but that's so against our human nature. Like just think about all the things you like to do. It's like skating, making videos, working on your relationship, social life, exploring cities, traveling. Like, how can you say that you just want to be one thing, It's like, I don't think I have it
Yeah.
in me to do that. But I agree. I love skate. Like, I really love skating. I really do.
Yeah, no, for sure. Me too. I'm going skating tonight with my friends, and I'm like really excited, because I want to skate. I love
Yeah.
being on my board. But what I will say is that I don't feel the need to film it, and I don't necessarily want to.
Right.
Even if I was like I would hate to feel like, oh fuck, I gotta upload this Friday and I haven't skated yet. Oh fuck, I'm skating tonight. And it's tonight. It's Kyle's birthday today, actually.
Ooh,
So
happy birthday, Kyle.
yeah, big happy birthday to the homie Kyle. Uh, but it's like I don't want to. I don't want to make that what tonight is about. Am I gonna bring the little G7X in the bag? Yeah, of course I'm going to, because I want to capture, memories. And if that does become a video, then that's awesome. If it happens naturally, and if there's just little bits and pieces that I can talk about something else later. But I don't want to set the camera up and be like, all right, guys, let's get clips. Like, all right, now I got to change the camera. Oh, can you do that trick again? Like, like that's not what I want. I want to have a good time and enjoy life. And that was the aspect of the old videos that I loved, because I was capturing what you and I were doing. And essentially we both were just, we were really capturing this journey that was unfolding, like our friendship as it evolved. And that was the fulfillment that I was getting from those videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, they did well, and yeah, they made some amount of money, and they grew my channel. But I don't know, it's just this idea of like wanting the same thing to last forever is not going to happen. uh I think even if I would have stayed in New York, we would have hit this wall eventually, because there is no way that we can do the same thing long term.
I think so too. And I think I used to feel like that was a failure, but now I see it actually as a just growth, to be open to that change. Um, and what you said about the way you're gonna bring the G7X to the session, that's spot on with like how I like to create.
Oh yeah.
I like to pull out the camera when it feels right, and
Hmm.
like exactly, like I would hate to feel like I need to film every trick of that session, but like to get a little representative sample that I can then like turn into a nice piece of content that feels good and like it reflects like the specialness of the experience. That's something I still really enjoy.
Well, I wanted to say something as you were saying all that, and I actually like it makes, it's just so fucking like okay, I don't know how to say it, but you're gonna agree with me in like
Okay.
about 10 seconds,
All
maybe
right.
less. Okay, yeah, way less than that. This versus this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like like I can't just pull this out and have people feel comfortable
Right.
and expect an authentic, genuine reaction from people. As opposed to this, where I could just be like down here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like point it up. There's no hiding this thing, dude. You know what
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean? And I can't just show up to like hanging out with some friends or at a restaurant or something and expect things to feel natural and real.
Right.
But with the G7X, I mean, it doesn't have to be this camera, but this just small handheld point and shoot thing. It's like things can be captured in such a like inconspicuous way
Yeah.
that it allows for that natural moment to continue to happen. And you don't have to be like, oh wait, hold on a sec, let me put my microphone on. Hold on, let me do this. Let me fix everything. All right, what did you say? Like,
It's
it's not gonna. It
interesting.
doesn't.
We both crave an authentic capturing of what is.
Yeah.
I was gonna. You actually made me want to pull out. So I got these two film cameras,
Hmm.
Canon A1 and this Sure Shot Z115, and this is the one I'm actually finding myself to use more because I can
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Same aspect,
yeah, and
and
it's
it's
like
just it's just so much less intimidating.
yeah, I've been calling that friction. Like you want to have the lowest friction possible to enable yourself to create because like I remember when I had my Canon 80D and my full weight tripod,
Oh God.
I would really dread bringing it around and then I would create less and it would be more of like a thing when I was creating.
Yeah. Well,
But
dude, I mean, do you remember when we'd go out like on sessions and it wasn't necessarily like we were like our main thing was to film a video, but like we were in this space where we were like, oh, I still have to film a little bit more, and then we would text each other and be like, are you bringing the low key or the high key?
yeah,
The high key for the viewers being like the tripod with with like the big camera and microphone, and then the low key was usually more just like the Joby Gorilla Pod. But for you also, it was like bringing the G7X. And the reason that we would ask each other this is because, I mean, basically what you're saying right now, it's such a drag to have to bring, and especially in New York City or in like a commuter, like a, what do you call it, like a public transport type of place or biking and stuff like that. You got to lug around this big ass tripod, your backpack full of camera gear, lenses, all this stuff. And I mean, not that you look funny, but like pulling up to a skate park with all this shit is like automatically like eyes are on you. And then the second you want to start filming, it's like, all right, let me just like uh let me put this tripod together, put the camera on,
right.
and that one is an added anxiety that is unnecessary. I mean, it's good that we're able to do that because we stepped out of our comfort zone and we were able to feel that discomfort and really sit with it, well, because we had to make our videos. But in terms of like, I remember thinking like, fuck, I don't want to bring the tripod, or you would be like, I'll bring it if you bring it. Like if you bring in your, are you bringing your big tripod? I'd be like, yeah. You're like, fuck, I'll bring mine too. It was like we were just like, I don't know. I feel like such a dweeb, like looking back, when like we could have made that whole process so much easier on ourselves if we would have just been smarter about it. But it's like we wanted to be these, like, I don't know. It's like we wanted to hold on to this identity of being this like skate YouTuber, and this is how it's done. And I
Right.
don't know. I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but
No, but
but the
it's really interesting though.
yeah, I mean, dude, there could imagine how much shit we could have created back then if we just brought this everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, well, it comes back to this recurring thought I have of like, and it's not stopping. And the recurring thought is like, what if I just stopped doing YouTube videos for a while and just made TikToks? That's like the
Yeah,
pinnacle of low friction.
yeah, it is.
But I also wonder what it says about us as creators because, like, some people want to make movies, and that involves like
Yeah,
a crew and even and like trucks full of gear and like what is it?
yeah, but go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. I just like maybe we just like maybe it's just our inner creative drives are different. Like we just want to capture what is, and we see something
Yeah,
artistic in that.
yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like we are like, I mean, it's tough because in the essence, I guess, of filmmaking is like it's a lot of times it's turning something real into something like bigger, like you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm explaining that
Like
correctly.
creating a story out of.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like based on something real that people create and make big, but like our thing is just I don't know, raw. It's more obviously like documentary esque, but even like documentaries have like bigger productions. But I mean, there's some really good documentaries out there that are literally just filmed on like a camcorder.
Right.
But I don't know. And I think for us, there's something just very, dude, I don't know. There's like this really incredibly gut thing in me that is like I want to hold the camera and like capture.
Yeah.
I want to capture, and that goes back to even when I was a kid. Like I was always the one dude in my friend group that had the little camcorder and would make our videos and put them on YouTube. Like that was always me. I was
Yeah.
always the dude with the backpack that brought everything, like all of my camera stuff, and I've always had this idea of capturing my life
I think
before I
that's
even
our
knew what it was.
I think that's our inner artist just wanting to just for some reason that we can't really, I don't think it's really possible to explain. For some reason, we have this desire to create in that way. And actually, I remember this quote from one of Nathaniel Drew's videos, who I actually recently met, and we had a really good conversation kind of about this sort of thing.
Oh, you met him?
Yeah, dude, he was in New York City.
Dude, that's so funny because when I was on the toilet just now, I was watching Nathaniel Drew's video with Kelly and like his roommates.
I watched it today too. Yeah, so I ran into him. I think he was in town on that same trip.
Yeah.
But he's a really smart dude, and he was going through like a bit of a channel pivot as well, and he had really good thoughts about this. He was telling me, like, dude, you're gonna starve creatively, like, stop with the skate videos. He was very
Yeah.
encouraging of the creative freedom. But anyways, I remember something he said. Actually, maybe it was like a Skillshare class or something, but he said, like, meaningfully document your life. That's what I remember
Hmm.
from it. It's like it's
Yeah.
this desire to meaningfully document your life, and I think that's something that I really resonate with, and I think that's kind of what you're describing. It's this, like,
Yeah.
capturing little pieces of your life and then putting them, like, I even love just like posting Instagram photos for that reason, you know.
Yeah. No, I
um
feel you. I mean, it's like those swipey posts like have given us so much life.
exactly.
Uh, we do find it a way to stress over everything though, but because I know we've sat there like, fuck, which one do I make the first photo?
I know. Yeah, and that's
But no,
that's
yeah, yeah.
social media for you.
Yeah, that's the like the shitty social media aspect part of it. But yeah, no, I mean, and not just that is like you and I, even like when we would go out, like not just like to go out like at night, but like we would just like if we were just doing something like getting food or like I don't know, just hanging out somehow, like there's something in us. It's like this call that is in us no matter what. It's like say we're out, we don't have any cameras or anything, and like we're just hanging, no YouTube sense or anything. But like the second we see like, oh, that's a great photo
Yeah.
of you. And we would snap a photo of each other like with our phones, or like something would start happening, and we'll start filming it. It's like there's not really any intention of like to post it, but it's just like I want to capture this. Like I feel this need to capture this, even if it's just like for a memory or like maybe at some point it could fit somewhere. Um, and then when it was like when we are hanging out and it's still not about like any social media aspect, it's like, oh, that would be a great TikTok.
Yeah.
Like let me film this real quick, and it just happens, and that's exactly like this innate desire that we have to create something and to capture. And I know, I mean, I remember the first time that we had just started hanging out and it was things were still really new. And I remember I was sending you some photos of a sunset in Brooklyn in Bushwick. It was like a pinkish sunset, and I sent you the photo, and you were like, you said something along the lines of like, "Dude, you like the sunset too," or something like that. And I thought it was hilarious. Like, yeah, obviously, but like, it was just like it was so like you were like, I don't know, it's just like this like really connecting moment where
Yeah.
it was like, oh, we share this same like idea of like romanticizing things and wanting to grab it and make it our own in some way.
Yes. Yeah. I think I think everyone probably has that, but I think a lot of people hold it in. So
Oh
then
yeah,
I
yeah,
realize that you also are, like, openly excited about things like that. Like, I'm looking at these birds flying around right now, and it's beautiful. And I kind of
yeah,
want to take
dude.
my camera out, and, like,
Yeah, no, I feel you.
if I, like, pulled my camera out, even like the film camera, and, like, snapped a picture of these birds, then, like, that can be a piece of a vlog later. And when you listen to that drive you're talking about to, like, capture things, what I also like about it is then you get these pieces to put together later on in the format of a vlog, and I think that's why I like YouTube, that particular
Yeah,
format.
yeah, no, 100%. I think that's I don't know. It's interesting when you like to like yeah, that's what I love about YouTube. And like obviously TikTok and Reels and all that stuff is way different, but they offer this like accessibility into creating that is also very uh I don't know, it's kind of freeing, and it's also like attainable.
Yeah. I
You
love
know,
it.
like I love short form. I don't think I'm good at it, but I definitely love the idea of it, and I would love to get into it more. But then also, like, because of doing YouTube for a long time now, it's like I also have this desire to storytell in some way, and have a long form dialogue, which is I
Yeah.
think why like I really like doing these podcasts, because it really gets all the ideas out there, and you can really explain things and talk.
Yeah, this, I mean, I see this as an art in itself, and I was actually thinking about how, like, at the beginning of the week, I was just like excited for this. And it's like, because it's so easy and natural, and in this particular case, all we have to do is press record and then have a conversation. And I'm starting to see everything as art, and like just letting this conversation unfold, I think, is art. And then we
Yeah.
get to share it so easily, which I think is really cool. And I have this like I have this dream that our audience will really grow, and like this could be our financial backbone, you know?
I mean, yeah, that would be awesome.
And then the other stuff we can just create without worrying so much and just be free, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a dream.
Yeah. Well,
But
I'm not afraid to speak it into existence.
no, I mean, yeah, I think that would be something great to happen. I think that it definitely could happen. It I was actually like while we were talking, I was thinking about how like the podcast and our meetings that we were having before the podcast, it's like it even now for some reason with the aspect of creating the podcast, it's like we're even diving more in depth
Right.
and having more meaningful conversation than in the pod, I mean in the meetings. And I think that in itself just goes to show that strategy is not the most important thing, and being authentic, and these natural interactions is much more meaningful and impactful. Because our I mean we'd have meetings where like sometimes they would just last like 30 minutes or like 20 minutes, and we're like, oh, I don't really have anything else to talk about, I just wanted to know like what your thoughts are on the algorithm, or this format of posting, or what time should we post at, or how about these followers. And now we're like really diving into uh, just like a broader spectrum of everything, and really going in deep into certain areas of that.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I
And
think
it feels good. It really feels good because
that's why I feel the best. Like that's I think is such a great sign, is that it just feels right, you know?
yeah. And
I
also
love
because
it.
we don't, I mean, I don't know about you, but I particularly don't really get to have these conversations like this with anybody. Me and Kyle have started talking about this, more of this kind of stuff lately, and it's cool and it feels good to have that. Um, but I think you and I, I mean, since we've been doing this together for a while now, have this like creator slash like friendship rapport
Yeah.
that that is very
In sync.
yeah, it feels like wise whiz whiskey dick. It feels whiskey dick because uh because
Topic for the next episode.
whiskey dick. Um because I think we know what we're talking about.
Well, I think we know what we're talking about because we're not afraid to dive into the truth of what we feel inside. Um,
Yeah.
and we're able to address these creative fears and just really hash them out, and our brains are aligned in a way that we each give each other more thoughts about them. And I don't want to assume that people find it wise, but I find it wise because I feel like I learn a lot from these, and
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
like whenever we end these conversations, I think I maybe said this last time, but I feel very light, and like almost feathery and like clear-headed about, I don't know, what I'm doing in
Yeah,
content.
it's kind of like exiting a therapy session.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, therapists aren't necessarily wise. They just have like a maybe a better understanding, or they just know, like it's just their job. You know what I mean? It's like if you and I were talking to somebody who didn't do this at all, they'd be like, "Wow, these guys got it all figured out. Like they know
Maybe,
what they're
yeah.
talking about." But
Yeah, I
like
mean,
therapists and all that, they struggle too with their own issues.
yeah.
And so like when we have these conversations, I'm like, I do also feel that way because I see things from your perspective, and like I feel like I learned things that I hadn't even thought of. You know?
Yeah, well, we're working through like very complex thoughts that if you keep them to yourself, there's no way to work for, like we've already hit the wall on these thoughts. And then somehow when we have a conversation about them, like the wall crumbles down, and we're
Yeah,
able to go so much further with it.
yeah. I mean, these conversations are very like they're therapeutic,
Yeah. So if you
and
want to hear more, just support us on Patreon.
and make sure you hit that link for what is this called?
Oh,
For
Riverside.
Riverside. Make sure you hit that link for Riverside in our description where you can use Riverside.
It's actually, I think we're gonna get a few signups on that. I don't know how much the affiliate commission is, but
This actually is really fucking cool, dude.
dude, it's sick.
Like anybody could do a podcast.
Yeah, and that's the reason I'm so excited about the idea of getting a guest on is because I can just press invite people right now.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna send the link to Noah. I doubt she'll join in the last couple minutes, but that'd be pretty funny. I think we should. So if at this point anybody is still listening, which our retention by the end last time was 25%, which is pretty good, in my opinion. Danny and I were considering this idea of starting a dual Patreon for the podcast. My initial ideas were that we could offer a monthly Zoom hangout with both of us, so we would just get to talk and hang out once a month, and early access to the episodes for $10 a month.
My
And
idea was a monthly roast. So you join our Google Hangout and we roast you on the spot.
well, we could incorporate that into the
I'm
monthly
just
hang.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, if anybody is watching on YouTube, I would love to hear if you would join that Patreon for $10 a month in the comment section. Let us know what you think. And if
Yeah,
you're
and
listening on audio,
in the hangout
email
we
us.
can shut up. On the on the hangout we could talk, we could chill, we can answer questions, we can offer any creative tips that we might have. We could do anything like that. You can pick our brains,
Yeah, we could do like little
or we could roast
workshops.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, and I know, I
anything.
know, I know other creators do like breakout rooms in the Zoom. So I've been talking about how I've been trying to be more community focused and not audience focused. So I also like, it's why I've been loving the Discord. I also love the idea of like connecting the listeners to each other, because if people are resonating enough to watch an hour of this, they're probably going to like the other people who are also resonating with it. So I like the idea of connecting the audience, like creating a community of the audience, so it's not so one-sided. So that could
Yeah,
be accomplished with the Patreon as well.
yeah, that would be sick. That'd be cool to do.
Yeah, $10 a month. How many? So, I mean, 100 people, $10 a month. We'd have 1,000 split to two, 500 a month. That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, let's get it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you guys think. Leave us a comment, or I'll leave my email address in the description if you're on audio. Um, Anything else, dude, or should we wrap it?
Uh, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.
That's actually really good advice. Let's see. Noah's busy. Well, one day we'll have a guest on the pod. Not today.
Yeah, we could get Kyle on the pod.
Dude, let's get Kyle on. We should get Skateboard Dad on.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen him in my comments before, or in your comments somewhere.
Yeah, he's in the Discord too. Um,
Oh damn, dude! So he's the dad of a skateboard?
yeah, he
Oh,
gave
that's
birth
interesting,
to
dude.
it.
Or is he a skateboard that's a dad? Like, dude, these are the questions that that really matter.
You're a clown. All right, let's see. Let's wrap this up with this. All right, thanks again for tuning in to the Dropping In podcast. Damn, that probably sounds professional as hell.
Damn, I just realized nobody on this can hear that because it's in my headphones.
You could do that in
Yeah, good.
post. All right, well, we're going to be signing off. Great catching up to you again, Danny, and to all the listeners. We'll be back again in 1 week's time with another one. Let us know what we should talk about. All right, this is the official outro. We're wrapping it up here. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, leave us a rating, let us know what you want us to talk about next time. We're going to be doing this every week. Danny, final words.
Just just be.
Just be. That's good. And let your artist run free.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Take care.
Wait.
You can
right.
catch us next week at.